Okay. Hello. Okay, this is our lab 8th. I think it is 8th program. Okay, this is 8th program. So what is the program is you have to check whether a given matrix is sparse matrix or not. Okay. Now, what is a sparse matrix? Sparse matrix is a matrix which if a matrix contains more number of zeros, that is called a sparse matrix. Then how many zeros means if a matrix contains a certain number of zeros, and if the number of zeros is greater than or equal to half of the number of elements in a matrix. So what is a sparse matrix? If a matrix contains the number of zeros, the number of zeros are if it is greater than or equal to half of the number of elements in a matrix. For example, if the number of elements in a matrix, how do we find the number of elements in a matrix? It is a number of rows into number of columns. That is the order of the matrix will give you the number of elements. For example, if it is a 3 cross 2 matrix, so 3 cross 2 means 3 into 2, that is 6 elements. Okay, so the number of elements in that matrix will be 6 elements. Now, if the number of zeros in that matrix is greater than or equal to half of the number of elements. So half of the number of elements, half of 6 equal to 3. That means if the number of zeros in that matrix is greater than or equal to 3, then it is known as a sparse matrix. Otherwise, it is known as a dense matrix. So what is a dense matrix? A matrix contains less number of zeros. Okay. So we have to check whether a given matrix is a sparse matrix or not. So we will declare the header file stdio, then we will start the main program. So you have to first declare the two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array is called a matrix. So it is the name of the array which we have taken is a matrix. Then these are the variable declarations. Let R represents number of rows, C represents number of columns, then I and J we are going to use for the loop variables. Then count we are using as a counter variable, that as and when it is required we will tell. We will see it. Now, what is the first thing? So this is clear screen is for clearing the screen. Now enter the order of the matrix. So what is the order of the matrix? It is the number of rows and number of columns. So we are reading the number of rows in the variable R and number of columns in variable C. So these are integer numbers. So this we are declaring it as int. Okay. Now what is the next thing we are going to do is we will take the size. So one more variable we are taking, let it be size. So size is what we should know the number of elements in the matrix. So the size will give you the number of elements in the matrix, which is nothing but the product of rows and columns. Then after that we have to enter the elements of a matrix. So enter percentage, the number of elements in the matrix also have to be printed. So this here you can either write size or R into C. So normally in other programs, matrix programs, if you are not, there is no need to calculate separate size, directly we can write it here, that is R into C. So that many number of elements will be entered. So you have to enter the elements into a matrix. So how do we enter the elements on your matrix? We have to use the two for loops. One for the, this one is for what? For the rows. If you are using the row major order. Okay, then outer for loop is for the number of rows and the inner loop is for number of columns. That means what? Fix the row and move the column. Okay, so we are going to read the elements into the matrix by using scanner %d. Okay, format specifier is %d. So how do we write it? Ampersand a of ij. Okay, so by using this for loop, we will be reading the elements into a matrix. That is a two-dimensional array. So what is a two-dimensional array? It is an array if you're storing the elements in a tabular format. Tabular format means what? Number of rows and number of columns will be there. So for each row, certain number of columns will be there. So this is a row major order. After that, we will be printing the same matrix. So how do we print the same matrix? Again, to access the elements of a matrix, you require two for loops. So outer for loop is for the number of this one. This is for the number of rows and this is for the number of columns. So how do we print it? Print. Then after every element, we have to give a space. Either you can give a tab space. Tab space means it will take empty 8 blank spaces. So it is more space. So instead of tab space, you can give your own space. So I have given a couple of space here. Then you have to print each element of the array. How do you print each element of the two-dimensional array? A of ij. Then after that, every row have to be started in a new line. So in order to make each row to point to a new line, here you will be giving the printf, that is a new line character, isn't it? So once each row column elements, what is this inner for loop for printing? the column elements of a particular row. So once the column elements of a particular row is over, we have to make the pointer to point to the next line. So in order to make the pointer to bring the pointer to the cursor, not pointer, cursor to, in order to bring the cursor to the new line, we'll be giving a print of new line. Okay. So we will be printing. What is the two things we have done? We have read the elements of into a matrix. Then same thing we have printed on the screen. Now, what is the next task we have to do? We have to count the number of zeros in a matrix. Okay. So the number of zeros in a matrix will give you whether it is a sparse matrix or not or a dense matrix. So how do we check whether the contents, each content of the element of a matrix is zero or not? So we'll start opening the two for loops. So for I equal to 0, I less than r, I plus plus, this is for the rows, this is for fixing the column elements. Now we are checking whether each element of the row, that is a matrix, row and column element is equal to 0. So how do you check it? We are checking if A of ij is equivalent to 0. That means if the element in a matrix is equal to 0, what you will do? You will increment a variable. So that is what it is, a count. So whenever we are incrementing a variable, it has to be initialized. If you are not initializing the count, what will happen? So here we have initialized the count, isn't it? Count equal to 0. If you have not initialized the count, what will happen? Some gen values, it will start printing it. Okay. So since we are incrementing a count variable, you have to initialize it first. Now count variable will be initialized. What is a count variable will be incremented? What is the meaning of that? As and when a new element, that is the element which I have read is a 0, the count variable will keep on incrementing. So as a result, this count variable will have the total count of the number of zeros in the matrix. Okay. So next step is we have to print the number of zeros. How many zeros are there in the matrix? So we'll give a statement. There are percentage D zeros out of percentage D elements. Out of these many elements in the matrix, the number of zeros it will print. So this zero count is coming from which variable? It is coming from the count variable, and the total total number of elements in the matrix is coming from the variable size. Okay. Now we are checking. If the count is greater than or equal to, this is our condition, isn't it? The number of zeros are greater than or equal to half of the size of the elements of the matrix. So we are checking count is greater than or equal to size divided by 2. What is the meaning of that then? It is a sparse matrix, else it is not a sparse matrix. Okay. Now we will compile and run the program. So we have compiled it, we'll execute it. So it is asking for the number of rows and columns. So I'll give 3 cross, that is 3 rows and 4 columns. So 12 elements. So it is asking you to enter the 12 elements of the matrix. In the same matrix format, I will enter. So 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 0, 0, 0, 0. For 4 zeros, 3 fours are 4 threes are 12. So more than 4 threes are 12 means half of that is 6. So more 6 or greater than 6 number of zeros, then it is a sparse matrix. So I'll try to give 7 zeros, then 6. Okay. So it will print the matrix, and there are 7 zeros out of 12 elements in the matrix. So what is that? It is a sparse matrix. This is one output. Then for not a sparse matrix, we'll take some other example. Compile it, execute it. Now I'll give another order, 3 cross 2. Okay, so 6 elements of the matrix. So 3 rows and 2 columns. So 1, 2, then 0, 5, 6, 0. Okay, 6, 0. So how many, what should be there? How many zeros are there? 2 zeros. Okay, so how many elements are there? 3 2s are 6. So it is not coming to half of the numbers of the half of the elements of the matrix. So it is not a sparse matrix. So how many zeros are there? There are 2 zeros out of 6 elements. So if the number of zeros is greater than or equal to half of the number of elements, half of 6 is what? 3. Okay, so now this is not a sparse matrix, and this is your program. So we'll say that we will exit it, then